Yes. Now, is the voice audible? Chemistry girl, am I audible? Audio. Now, is it fine? Now, is it fine? Is the audio clear? Okay, okay, yes, yes, great, great. A very, very good afternoon. Sorry, few minutes கொஞ்சம் லேட் ஆயிடுச்சு. இன்றைக்கி நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டான சாப்டர். டெய்லி ஹியூமன் ஃபிசியாலஜியே பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தால் கொஞ்சம் போர் ஆயிரும்னு நினச்சேன். ஸோ ஐ தாட் ஐ வில் டூ திஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் சாப்டர். ஸோ இந்த சாப்டர் வந்து உங்களோட இதோட கண்டினியூஷன் பசங்களா, எந்த டாப்பிக்கோட மார்ஃபாலஜி அண்ட் அனாட்டமி இன் ஃப்ளவரிங் பிளான்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல, ஸோ அந்த டாப்பிக்கோட கண்டினியூஷன் தான் இந்த ஒரு சாப்டர். ஓகே, second, what happened? Just ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம். ஸ்டக் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Yes. Yeah. So yes, everything is fine now. So before I start the session, we have Vedantu's daily practice problem coming up. By the end of this session, you will be given 5 very very simple questions. So அதை நீங்கள் ஆன்சர் பண்ணி நீங்கள் என்ன இந்த கிளாஸில் கற்றுருக்கீங்கன்னு ஈஸியாக டெஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். வாங்க பசங்களா, I will move on to the questions. There is some problem, okay. Yes, now it is fine. Yes. So in the chapter la neenga enna padikka poringa? Am I clear pasangala? Sorry for all the disturbance. Am I clear now? Is my voice audible? Is the screen seen? Okay, fine. So in the chapter la nama paaka poradhu, it's a continuation of morphology in flowering plants which you studied in class 11. Okay, so nama first paaka poradhu, we are going to talk about the male and the female reproductive part of a flower, and then we are going to discuss about pollination, then we are going to discuss about agents of pollination, adukaprom double fertilization, then we also have some small topics like apomixis and all that. So come on, let's get into the class. So this happens, remember, the sexual reproduction in flowering plants happens only in angiosperm. Okay, flowers are exclusive to angiosperm, angiosperm being the largest phylum in your plant kingdom. Okay, so flowers nale ellarku pidikum, right? All of us love flowers, correct? So flowers are capable of aesthetic, ornamental, social, religious and cultural value. There is something called as floriculture. Floriculture na enna? It is cultivation of flowers, okay, for ornamental purposes illa vera edach oru purpose kaga vande oil extraction kaga and mari nariya vishayathukkaga nama vande flowers culture பண்ணுவோம். So flower is a modified shoot with 4 whorls. எத்தனை whorls இருக்கு பசங்களா? அதுல 4 whorls இருக்கு. Calyx, corolla, andrecium and gynoecium. Okay, so the innermost whorl is your gynoecium, then you have your andrecium, then you have your calyx and corolla. So what is it? It's a major organ of sexual reproduction. ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான organ sexual reproduction க்கு. Okay, so before I forget, tomorrow I have planned a week quiz. Okay, so என்னென்ன topics na molecular basis of inheritance, plant physiology, the entire unit, okay, and I have also included your microbes in human welfare. Okay, so tomorrow maybe at 12 or 12:30 you will have a live quiz. I want everyone to attend the quiz. Okay, yes, will you guys do that? Yeah. So இப்போ flower ஓட parts பார்க்கலாம். ஒண்ணா clear-ஆ புரிஞ்சிக்கிட்டு okay, what are the other names அதெல்லாம் clear-ஆ புரியலாம். First you have sepals. Okay, what is the name of sepal? Sepal is also called as calyx. Okay, sepal oda innor per enna calyx. Okay, in the function, can anyone watching the live tell me what is the function of calyx? Adu ennadu? Adu oru leaf like structure. Inga paakringala, it is a leaf like structure. Okay, what is the function of this sepal? Very easy. It protects my flower in the bud stage. Avladha. Okay, so enna function pasangla? Protection of the bud. Okay, ninga malli poo paathirpinga correcta? So how nicely it will be covered by the sepals. Okay, then you have, yes, very good protection. Then you have petals. So petals நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? இன்னொரு பேர் என்ன petals-க்கு? Corolla. Right? Can anyone tell me what is the function of petals? Okay, petals na enna? Yes, other name for sepals is calyx. Sepals oda இன்னொரு பேர் வந்து calyx. 𝒔𝒔. Okay? இப்போ நீங்க சொன்னீங்க sepals வந்து protection. அப்போ calyx your petals or corolla oda function வந்து they attract insects for pollination. Okay, they are very colorful. உங்க hibiscus எடுத்துக்கோங்க, rose எடுத்துக்கோங்க, ஏன் அதெல்லாம் விதவிதமான கலர் இருக்கு? Because they are going to attract the insects for pollination. Very good. Yes, they attract insects for pollination. Okay, இப்போ இன்னொரு ஒரு word எழுதுறேன். Okay, இது எத்தனை பேருக்கு தெரியும்னு பாப்போம். Tepals. What is tepals? Tepals oda innor per enna perianth. Okay, idella morphology chapter la padichirpinga, correct ah? In the tepals or perianth na, when the sepals and petals are fused, okay, the sepals or petals onna fuse aayirundha, that is what we call it as tepals or perianth. Okay, in the sepals or petals we call them as accessory whorls. Okay, அது வந்து ஒரு extra whorls தான். அதுக்கு வந்து accessory function தான், extra function தான். Okay, am I clear? It is represented in unisexual flower. In every flower you will have your sepals and petals. Okay, unisexual, bisexual ன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. Yeah, so you call them as accessory whorls. Okay, இப்போ we have our essential whorls. So ரெண்டு essential whorls இருக்கு. Can anyone you are telling for tepal? Yes. Okay, I thought you are telling for all the plants. Okay, இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா we are going to see the two major essential whorls. Okay, என்ன சொல்றோம் நம்ம? Essential whorls. So first என்னது? Can anyone tell me which is the first essential whorl? Stamen. கரெக்ட்டா? நம்ம ஸ்டேமனுக்கு இன்னொரு பேர் இருக்கு. யாராவது சொல்ல முடியுமா? Can anyone tell me what is the other name for stamen? Okay, then you also have your pistil. Okay, stamen-க்கு pistil-க்கு வேற பேர் இருக்கு. Stamen is your male reproductive organ. Okay, இது வந்து நம்ம நிறைய படிச்சிட்டே இருக்கோம். Right from your 9th, 10th, we guys keep studying this. Okay, but this revision is very important to understand all other parts. அதுக்காக தான் நான் இதை இங்க ரிவைஸ் பண்றேன். நான் ஒரு question கேட்டேன். What is the other name of stamen? Pistil is your female reproductive part. Okay, yes, andrecium, angiosperm illa andrecium. Okay, we call it as andrecium. Okay, pistil is called as your gynoecium. So இது ரெண்டு தான் ரொம்ப முக்கியம் ஒரு ஃப்ளவருக்கு. ஒரு ஃப்ளவரோட ஃபங்க்ஷன் என்ன? ரீப்ரொடக்ஷன். அந்த ரீப்ரொடக்ஷனுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுற ரெண்டு ஆர்கன் வந்து உங்கள் ஸ்டேமன் அண்ட் யோர் பிஸ்டில். எஸ், வெரி குட். ORBS, andrecium and gynoecium. Excellent. Okay, இப்போ நம்ம வந்து ஒன்னொன்னா பார்க்கலாம். So what is andrecium? It consists of a whorl of stamens. whorlனா என்ன? The stamens are arranged in a layer. Okay, அதை தான் நம்ம andrecium னு சொல்லுவோம். It is a male reproductive organ. It consists of a filament and anther. ஒரு ஸ்டிக் மாதிரின ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் இருக்கும், ஒரு குச்சி மாதிரின ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் இருக்கும், அது மேலே உங்களோட ஆந்தர் இருக்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ வாட் இஸ் திஸ் பசங்களா? ஆந்தர். Okay, what is this pasangla? This is your filament. Okay, both these together we call it as stamen, and many whorls of stamen is called as your andrecium. Am I clear here? Yes, everyone, do you guys understand what is this? இப்போ இந்த ஆந்தரை பற்றி தான் நம்ம கிளியராக படிக்க போகிறோம். இந்த ஃபிலமெண்ட்டோட ஃபங்க்ஷன் என்ன? இட் ஹெல்ப்ஸ் டு அட்டாச் டு த ஃப்ளவர். ஓகே, இந்த ஆந்தரோட ஃபங்க்ஷன் தான் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம், ரைட்? ஸோ கேன் எனிவன் டெல் மீ வாட் யூ கைஸ் நோ அபவுட் ஆந்தர்? திஸ் ஆந்தர் இஸ் அ பைலோப்டு ஸ்ட்ரக்சர். இந்த மாதிரி 2 லோப் இருக்கும், ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். ஸோ ஆந்தர் இஸ் bilobed. Okay, and each lobe pasangla, exact definition of tepal. Tepal is nothing but when the sepals and petals are fused. That is when you call it as tepal or perianth. Okay, அதோட டீட்டெயிலை வந்து நம்ம மார்ஃபாலஜி இன் ஃப்ளவரிங் பிளான்ட்ஸில் பார்க்கலாம் சஸ்வின். ஓகே, எஸ். So do like the live, okay, do share and do comment, okay. நான் first என்ன சொன்னேன், இது வந்து bilobed, okay, and each lobe பசங்களா contain 2 theca. Okay, it contains 2 theca. Theca na enna? Adu oru bag marina structure. Okay, and that bag like structure எத்தனை theca இருக்கு? 4 theca இருக்கு. ஒரு லோப்ல 2 theca. So 2 லோப் இருக்கு, 4 theca. So we call it as dithecous. ஓகே, இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். என்சிஆர்டில இருந்து தான் சொல்றேன் நான் இதெல்லாம். ஓகே, bilobed dithecous. ஓகே, ஸோ இது நெக்ஸ்ட் இதில் என்னென்ன இருக்குது ஃபர்தராக இருக்குன்னு பார்ப்போம். ஓகே, ஸோ ஆந்தர் இஸ் bilobed as I already told you, with each lobe having 2 theca, hence we call it as dithecous. And the longitudinal groove runs lengthwise separating the theca. ஸோ இப்படி நம்மளோட இது இருந்துச்சா? So you will have a groove that is running, okay, that is going to separate the 2 theca. Okay, இதை இன்னும் நம்ம கிளியராக புரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். This is the entire structure, again and again it's a repetition. Okay, so இதுதான் உங்களோட NCERT diagram. Okay, so here you can see the pollen grain which is produced inside the theca. Okay, am I clear still here? Did everyone understand still here? This is your NCERT diagram. So antherல என்னப்பா இருக்கு? antherல anther wall இருக்கு. Okay, and inside the anther wall you have a microsporangium. Okay, inside the microsporangium you have a sporogenous tissue that is going to give rise to your microspore. இந்த anther wall ன்றது ரொம்ப protectiveான ஒரு லேயர். ஓகே, 4 டிஃப்ரெண்ட் லேயர் இருக்கு உங்க anther wallல. ஒன்னு வந்து epidermis, okay, இன்னொரு வந்து endothecium, middle layer tapetum. From outside to inside. I will show you the picture, you guys will understand it very very well. இங்க தெரியுதா பசங்களா? வெளிய என்ன? epidermis. Okay, the outermost. இது ரொம்ப முக்கியமா கேட்கலாம். Okay, how they will ask, what are the different layers of an anther, or what is the anther wall made up of? From outside to inside or from inside to outside. Okay, so epidermis, E. Okay, we'll remember it as E. Okay, endothecium, we'll remember it again as E. Okay, then you have middle layers, M, and the innermost layer, inga paakringala, that innermost layer is called tapetum. Okay, so 4 layer இருக்கு. EEMT, E for epidermis, E for endothecium, M for middle layer, and T for tapetum. Am I clear பசங்களா? இந்த tapetum தான் innermost layer. Okay, இந்த epidermis தான் outermost layer. Okay, so my entire anther wall is made up of epidermis, endothecium, tapetum and middle layer. இதுக்குள்ள இருக்கிறது தான் sporogenous tissue. Okay, அந்த sporogenous tissue குள்ள தான் என்னோட microspores இருக்கு, which will develop into pollen grains. Okay, am I clear till here? Please do let me know. Okay, இதோட functions வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியம் பசங்களா. இந்த epidermis, endothecium, middle layer இருக்குல்ல, அதெல்லாம் outermost layer. So இது மூணுமே they usually help in protection. Okay, they are going to protect my anther. Okay, and whereas this tapetum, it has a very important role. It help in nourishment. Okay, என்னோட pollen வந்து pollensக்கு தேவையான nutrients கொடுக்கிறது வந்து என்னோட tapetum. So epidermis என்றது என்னது? You already saw it is a single layer protective. In function it is parenchymatous. ஒரே ஒரு லேயர் தான். இந்த எபிடெர்மிஸ்ன்றது ஒரு லேயர் மட்டும் தான் இருக்கும். இந்த மாதிரி ஒரே ஒரு லேயர், சிங்கிள் லேயர்னா இதுதான் அர்த்தம். ஓகே, endothecium, it is cells of thin layer having cellulosic thickness and helps in dehiscence of anther. பசங்களா, can anyone tell me what is dehiscence of anther? அப்படினா என்னன்னு சொல்றீங்களா? Let me see how many of you will tell me dehiscence. Hi, good afternoon, helping with Ravi. Good to see you after a long time. Yeah, அப்புறம் middle layer na என்ன? Cells of this layer are 1 to 3 multi layer இருக்கு. என்னோட middle layer பாருங்க இங்க. Okay, I'll show you this picture. So you can see there are multiple middle layers, 1, 2, 3, there are 3 middle layers, okay. And what do these middle layers do? They degenerate at maturity, okay. And the anther வந்து mature ஆக they are going to degenerate. So they also help in little bit of nourishment. I asked a question, what is dehiscence of anther? Okay, this is the most important questions. கண்டிப்பா tapetumல இருந்து வரலாம். The first statement enna, it is the innermost layer. It is highly nutritive. They are polyploid. What is polyploid? They are multiple, 4n, 5n, 6n, and the mari they'll have the number of chromosomes pasangla, and the tapetal cells show increase in their DNA content. So ரொம்ப முக்கியமான function, tapetum, breaking of the layer. Breaking of what layer? Can you tell me, Mariam? What is actually happening? Dehiscence na ரொம்ப simple பசங்களா. The anther will get dehydrated, okay. So அதில் இருக்க தண்ணி எல்லாம் dehydrate ஆகும். அப்போ என்ன ஆகும்னா, the pollen grains will be released, okay. So dehiscence is the process of releasing of your pollen grain. ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். We will discuss more about that. Okay, so you can see the innermost is your sporogenous tissue. In the sporogenous tissue குள்ள தான் என்னோட microspore இருக்கு. ரொம்ப important ஆன diagram. Okay, yes. So this is what we call it as dehiscence of anther. Okay, it is a maturation of anther ன்னு சொல்லலாம். என்ன சொல்லலாம்? It is the maturation of anther. Okay, releases the pollen grain. The pollen grain nalla healthy ah irukku, so it is going to release the pollen grain. That is what we call it as dehiscence. Are all of you understanding what is dehiscence? Okay, romba simple, maturation of anther. Okay, yes. Now we shall continue. Microsporogenesis. Pasangla, what is microsporogenesis? Romba simple. It is the process of, okay, formation of pollen. avladhaan. Okay, pollen or pollen grain. Microna pollen, macrona it is your ovule. Okay, so what is the male gametophyte? Your pollen grain is the male gametophyte. Okay, we are slowly getting into the chapter. So and the sporogenous tissue pathomla, and the sporogenous tissue la enna irukku pasangala, you have your microspore mother cell. Now this microspore mother cell will undergo meiosis. I think all of you know there is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. adukaprom 4 cell form agum. Okay, this is going to form a microspore tetrad. Now these microspore tetrad undergo mitosis to produce pollen grains. Okay, so in the pollen grain oda structure la eppadi irukona, the pollen grain consists of 2 cells. Oru pollen grain, it consists of 2 cells. Can anyone tell me the name of the cell that is present in the pollen grain? Enoda pollen grain la 2 cell irukku, yaarkaadu theriyuma? Yes, it is called as microspore mother cell. MMC ன்னு கூட சொல்லலாம். Yes, Aditya Narayan, correct. Yes, நான் என்ன சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன்? There are 2 cells that is present in your pollen grain. Let me see if anyone will tell. One is your vegetative cell. Okay, and other one is your generative cell. Okay, ரெண்டு cell இருக்கு பசங்களா. Usually, most of the time, the pollen is shed at 2 cell stage. இந்த stageலயே அது வந்து shed ஆகும். Okay, in few organisms, okay, in few species, this one generative cell will now split into 2 gametes. Okay, so இங்க என்னவோ ஒரு vegetative cell இருக்கும். Okay, then 2 gametes இருக்கும். Okay, so usually the pollen is shed at 2 cell stage. Sometimes it is shed at 3 cell stage. Okay, so on the 2 cell stage la enna oru vegetative cell oru generative cell. Yes, very good. ORBS Mariam Aditya Narayan, very good. Vegetative and generative cell romba mukkiyam. Okay, sila neram in the generative cell will now give 2 gametes, that is your 3 cell stage. Okay, so pollen வந்து ரெண்டு ஸ்டேஜ்ல shed பண்ணப்படுது. One is in 2 cell stage, okay, another one is in 3 cell stage. So which is very common? Your 2 cell stage is very common. 3 cell stage is not so common. Am I clear? Everyone understood still here? Please do let me know. இதுதான் பசங்களா stages of microspore maturation. Okay, இது வந்து உங்க microspore. This microspore is developing into a pollen grain. Okay, so microspore என்றது ஒரு primitive cell, இல்ல அது வந்து ஒரு precursor cell. Okay, this microspore is now going to develop into what பசங்களா? It's going to develop into a pollen grain. So don't think microspore and pollen grains are same. No, pollen grains is formed from microspores. So in the slide la pathina, the microspore will now develop into pollen grain. It undergoes mitosis. Okay, am I clear? Yes. இப்போ என்ன நடக்குது பாருங்க, there is vacuolation. I think you all know about plant cell. அவங்களோட biggest characteristic என்ன? They have a large centrally located vacuole. அது ஸ்லோவா வருது. அதுக்கப்புறம் you have 2 cells, that is your vegetative cell and generative cell. Okay, so that's about pollen grain. இதுதான் நான் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன். In over 6, this is a very important NEET question. நீட்டுக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். Okay, they can give you as a true or false, choose the correct statement. அந்த மாதிரி இது கண்டிப்பா கேட்கலாம். In over 60% of angiosperm, pollen grains are shed at 2 cell stage. Okay, so இங்க வந்து vegetative cell அப்புறம் generative cell ஓட character சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. எது வந்து பெரிய cell? Vegetative cell தான் பெரிய cell. இங்க பாருங்க, vegetative cell தான பெரிய cell, generative cell is smaller, vegetative cell is larger. Okay, and it is having an irregularly shaped nucleus. The generative cell is small and floats in the cytoplasm of the vegetative cell. It is spindle shaped with dense cytoplasm and a nucleus. Every line here is a possible question பசங்களா. So இத மட்டும் நீங்க NCERT book திறந்து வச்சிருந்தீங்கன்னா, I urge everyone to open your NCERT. This is just copy pasted from your NCERT. I want you guys to underline this and concentrate on the statements. Okay, ரொம்ப முக்கியமானது, நிறைய வாட்டி கேட்டிருக்காங்க. So எது வந்து பெரிய cell? உங்க vegetative cell தான் பெரிய cell. Okay, the same thing is happening. It is a development of male gametophyte is happening here. Okay, so you see a asymmetric spindle which is formed here. Okay, and this asymmetric spindle will later help in the division of your vegetative cell and generative cell. So அந்த asymmetric spindle இருக்கிறதுனால தான் ரெண்டு unequal cells produce ஆகுது. Equal cells இல்லாம ரெண்டு unequal cells வந்து அதனால தான் produce ஆகுது. Okay, yes. Am I clear? Are you guys able to see the screen? Any problem? Yes. Am I clear? ஏதோ ஒரு disturbance இருந்துச்சு நடுவுல. Is it fine now? Image not clear. Now is it clear? Maybe some network issue here. Okay, இப்போ clear-ஆ இருக்கா பசங்களா? எனக்கே blur-ஆ தெரியுது. I think now it is fine, right? Okay, sorry. Yeah, இப்போ என்னன்னு பாருங்க, இதுதான் உங்களோட pollen grain. Okay, pollen grain, pollen mother cell வந்து diploid. Okay, so your pollen mother cell is diploid and the pollen mother cell or your microspore mother cell ன்னு சொல்லுவோம், that undergoes meiosis, okay, to produce your microspore. The microspore tetrad now develops into pollen grain. Is my screen clear? Please everyone let me know. So இந்த pollen grain ன்றது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்டான ஸ்ட்ரக்சர். It has to be protected. Okay, அந்த ப்ரொடெக்ஷனுக்காக அதுக்கு ரெண்டு லேயர் இருக்கு பசங்களா. It has an inner intine, உள்ள இருக்க லேயர் பேரு intine and வெளிய இருக்க லேயர் பேரு exine. Okay, so this intine is smooth. Okay, இந்த intine எப்படி இருக்கு, ரொம்ப ஸ்மூத்தா இருக்கு. Okay, whereas my exine is not smooth. Okay, it is rough. Can anyone tell me what is a special substance that is present in an exine? Exine ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான substance இருக்கு, அது நிறைய வாட்டி கேட்டிருக்காங்க. Can anyone tell me what is that? What is a special substance that's present in your exine? Come on பசங்களா, ரொம்ப easy. Yes, it is called sporopollenin. ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்டான question. Yes, sporopollenin. Germ pore is present there, அதுவும் முக்கியம் தான், பட் ரொம்ப முக்கியம். The exine is having a very very tough substance called sporopollenin. Okay, இந்த sporopollenin ஓட function என்னன்னா, it is going to protect my pollen grain. See, in the pollen grain it will be subjected to water, it will be subjected to wind, it will be subjected to a lot of stress, correct? So to protect the pollen grain we have a substance called sporopollenin. Excellent, ORBS, excellent, it is sporopollenin. Okay, so in the sporopollenin வந்து ஒரே ஒரு இடத்துல இருக்காது. Okay, that is your germ pore. What is this germ pore? What is the use of germ pore? Can anyone tell me? The germ pore oda function enna? It is going to help in pollen pistil interaction. இப்போ இந்த pollen grain போய் என்னோட pistil மேல விழும், கரெக்ட்டா? அப்போ there it will be forming a pollen tube, correct? So this germ pore will help in pollen tube development. Okay, so this is a very very important NEET question, sporopollenin. Okay, and this is going to make my pollen very very resistant. Okay, so this is again your NCERT picture. Okay, the hard outer layer is called exine and it is made up of sporopollenin. I think everyone are clear, which is one of the most resistant organic material known. It can withstand high temperature, strong acids and alkali. ஓகே, பாருங்க எவ்வளோ sporopollenin பற்றி ஒரு question கேட்கலாம். ஓகே, no enzyme that degrades sporopollenin is so far known. இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் we have not found an enzyme that can degrade by sporopollenin. So imagine how much resistant that material could be. Okay, pollen grain exine has a prominent aperture called germ pore where sporopollenin is absent and the germ pore இருக்கிற இடத்துல sporopollenin இருக்காது. Okay, so pollen grain are well preserved as fossils because of the presence of sporopollenin. Again, this is a very very important NEET question. எப்படி கேட்பாங்க? Pollen grains are well preserved as fossil because of the presence of dash. Easily you can get 4 marks. ஆமாவா இல்லையா பசங்களா? ரொம்ப ரொம்ப ஈஸி. The exine exhibits fascinating array of pattern. அந்த exine வந்து ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்காது. Okay, it exhibits many designs. Okay, why do you think the exine should be hard? ஏன் பசங்களா exine வந்து அவ்வளோ ஹார்டா இருக்கணும்? I already told you it is going to help in protection. The answer is already there. Okay, and why and what is the function of germ pore? நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி germ pore is going to help in pollen tube development when it is undergoing pollination. Okay, இப்போ the inner wall பத்தி வருவோம். The inner wall of the pollen grain is called intine. It is thin, ரொம்ப thin, and it is continuous layer made up of cellulose and pectin. Again, this is very very important for NEET. So எல்லாரும் NCERT book open பண்ணி வெச்சுக்கோங்க. கேட்பாங்க, exine is made up of sporopollenin, intine is made up of cellulose and pectin. Am I clear pasangla? If there is any doubt, please to let me know. Okay, the cytoplasm of pollen grain is surrounded by a plasma membrane. When the pollen grain is mature, it contains 2 cells. One is your vegetative cell and another one is your generative cell. இந்த மிச்ச எல்லாத்தையும் நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி பார்த்துட்டோம். Okay, we discussed all this. It has a reserve food material, large, irregularly shaped nucleus. Generative cell is small and it floats in the cytoplasm. Again, these two statements are very, very important for NEET. So, நீங்க இப்படி படிச்சாலே போதும். Okay, so இங்க என்ன நடக்குது? In over 60% of the angiosperm, pollen grains are shed at 2-cell stage. In the remaining species, the generative cell divides mitotically. ரொம்ப முக்கியம். Again, this is a possible question to give rise to 2 male gametes before pollen grains are shed at 3-cell stage. So, this is all about pollen grain. So, இதில் யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது டவுட் இருக்கா? கண்டிப்பாக கொஸ்டின் வரலாம். இதில் இருந்து நிறையா கொஸ்டின்ஸ் ஃபார்ம் ஆகலாம். நம்மளே கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 10 கொஸ்டின் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணலாமா இல்லையா? Yes or no? Can we form 10 questions from this one small paragraph in your NCERT? Yes. So that's how you guys need to study, pasangla. Okay. There is no special trick, special mantra, nothing. Okay. Yes. We will proceed now. Yeah. This is what the exine exhibits different shapes and patterns in it. So this is an SEM. What is SEM? Scanning electron microscope image of certain pollen grains. So each exine shows different patterns. Okay. Yes. So pollen products, இப்போ நிறைய பேர் அந்த pollen products வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஏன்? Pollen is rich in nutrients. Okay, so it is going to help in providing nutrients to your insects. அதாவது நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம்? நெக்டார்னு சொல்லுவோம். Okay, the flower produces nectar. Okay, and why is this used? This is going to energize, it's going to provide nutrition. Okay, many athletes use this pollen tablets. Okay, in western countries it is very common. இப்போ நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது gynoecium. So எல்லாருக்கும் andrecium, எல்லாருக்கும் microsporogenesis புரிஞ்சதா? Did everyone understand it? இப்போ gynoecium போலாம். It is the innermost whorl. இதில் என்ன இருக்கு? It consists of pistil. ஒரு pistil இருக்கலாம் இல்லை more than one pistil இருக்கலாம். நம்ம pistil என்னன்னு சொல்கிறோம்? We also call it as carpel. Okay, we call it as what, pasangla? Carpel. And you can see the gynoecium is surrounded by your andrecium or your stamens. If the gynoecium irundhuchna adu sutti, hibiscus is a very good example. Okay, that is how you need to understand things. இப்போ நம்ம ஒன்னொன்னா பார்க்கலாம். Parts of a pistil, 7th standard ல இருந்து படிச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். Stigma, style and ovary. So what is the function of stigma? நீங்களே சொல்லுங்க பசங்களா. Stigma ஓட function என்ன? It is a landing platform for my pollen grain. என்னோட pollen grain வந்து எங்க land ஆகும்? It is going to land on my stigma. Okay, so அத வந்து நம்ம எப்படி ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கலாம்? Landing platform for pollen. Okay, ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். Style என்றது என்னது? It is a very slender, it is a path through which your pollen gets transported into your ovary. So in the ovary என்றது it is a basal bulged part. அது கொஞ்சம் bulged இருக்கும் when compared to the other parts. Okay, and this ovary is made up of locules. Okay, so இப்போ எப்படி ஒரு ரூம்குள்ளே மித்த குட்டியா ஒரு ஸ்பேஸ் இருக்கும், அதே மாதிரி ovary is a huge room. Okay, in that you have smaller spaces called locule. Okay, சில ovariesல single locule இருக்கும், அதை monolocular என்றோம். சில ovariesல 2 locule இருக்கும், அது dilocular என்றோம், இல்லை multilocular ன்னு சொல்றோம். Okay, so that is how they are classified. So see, pistilனாலும் ஒண்ணுதான், கார்பல்னாலும் ஒன்று தான், அதை மட்டும் மறந்துடாதீங்க. ஸோ தேர் ஆர் 2 kinds. ஒரு பிஸ்டல் இருந்தால் அதை வந்து மோனோகார்பலரின்னு சொல்கிறோம். என்னன்னு சொல்கிறோம் பசங்களா? மோனோகார்பலரி. ஓகே, ஸோ எக்ஸாம்பிள் பீஸ், மேங்கோ. ஓகே, எல்லாருக்கும் புரிஞ்சதா? மோனோகார்பலரி ரொம்ப முக்கியம். சிங்கிள் கார்பல், ஓகே, ஆர் சிங்கிள் பிஸ்டல், ஒரே ஒரு பிஸ்டல் மட்டும்தான் இருக்கும். Okay, multicarpellary na enna? More than one carpel or more than one pistil. So இதை வந்து நம்ம ரெண்டா டிவைட் பண்றோம். ஒன்று வந்து syncarpus. Okay, that side screen is not visible, so I will write it here. Syncarpus na enna? The carpels are fused. The word here syn means fused. Okay, fused carpels. Okay, the word apo means free. Okay, apocarpus na enna? Free carpels. Okay, எல்லாருக்கும் புரிஞ்சதா பசங்களா? Did everyone watching the live understood what is syncarpus and apocarpus? So syncarpus oda example வந்து papaver. Okay, அதே உங்க apocarpus oda example வந்து michelia or michelia, however you pronounce it as. Okay, can we continue? Yes. So I have the same NCERT pictures here. Okay, inga parunga idu vandu unga stigma style ovary, and ovary is attached or present on a flat surface called thalamus. So thalamus endradhu, it is a basal part on which your ovary is attached. Okay, so idu da first you have your syncarpus, multicarpellary. Idu vandu single carpel, this is multicarpellary, syncarpus pistil. So example is papaver. So example is very very important. So enna paakringa inga, all the carpels are fused. Okay, inga paakringa idu vandu apocarpus. Okay, example is michelia. Okay, michelia. And what is this? This is a diagrammatic section of ovule. Ma'am, இப்போதான் ovary சொன்னீங்க, ovule எங்க இருந்து வந்துச்சு? So inside the ovary பசங்களா, there is ovule. Okay, so there can be one ovule. Okay, there can be more than one ovule. Am I clear still here? An ovary can contain ovule. Okay, it could be a single ovule or it could be a multiple ovule. We'll discuss about that. So நான் இததான் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன், ovarian cavity. Inside the ovary is a cavity called as locule. So depending on the number of locule in the ovary, fruits can be classified as unilocular, bilocular, trilocular and multilocular. Simple. Okay, yes, இது already discuss பண்ணதுதான். Yeah, இப்போ நம்ம ovule பத்தி படிக்கலாம். Ovule na என்ன? It is megasporangium. Okay, it is the female reproductive part. ரொம்ப முக்கியம். Okay, it is not your என்னது female gametophyte. Female gametophyte வந்து embryo sac. I will tell you what it is. Okay, ovule என்றது, it's a structure. It is called as a megasporangium. Okay, I will show it to you with the help of a diagram. This is the same diagram which is given in your textbook. No changes. Okay, so you have hilum. Okay, இது வந்து உங்க ovary na. Okay, இது வந்து உங்க ஓவரினா, இந்த ஓவரியில ஒரு பிளேஸ் இருக்கும், hilum ன்னு சொல்லி. Okay, that is how your ovule and ovary are related. Okay, so அத வந்து நாம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம், hilum ன்னு சொல்றோம். Okay, there is also funicle. ரெண்டு end இருக்கு என்னோட ஓவியூலுக்கு. நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன படிக்கிறோம், structure of ovule படிக்கிறோம். Okay, so it has a micropylar end. Okay, and it has a chelazal end. Micropylar end, adukku opposite ah irukkuற end பேரு chelazal end. Okay, and this entire ovary or ovule is having protective layers. adu பேர் என்னன்னு சொல்றோம், integuments ன்னு சொல்றோம். What are integuments? They are protective layers. Okay, and you also have the innermost protective layer. அது வந்து நான் என்னன்னு சொல்றேன், nucellus ன்னு சொல்றேன். நிறைய பேர் nucleus ன்னு சொல்வீங்க, அது nucleus கிடையாது, அது nucellus. Okay, inside the nucellus எவ்வளோ ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் பாருங்க, ஒரு ஃபீமேல் கேமெட்டுக்கு எவ்வளோ ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் கொடுத்துருக்கு பாருங்க நேச்சர். Okay, the innermost layer is your embryo sac. Okay, and this embryo sac is your female gamete. Okay, ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். என்னோட entire ovule நான் என்னன்னு சொல்றேன், I call it as megasporangium. Okay, புரிஞ்சதா பசங்களா? Did everyone understand still here what is integument, what is nucellus, what is a micropyle? எதுக்கு இந்த micropylar end ma'am ன்னு கேப்பீங்க, because the pollen tube has to enter your embryo sac. கரெக்ட்டா, அதுக்கு ஒரு opening தேவை, அதுதான் அந்த micropyle. Okay, and nucellus, integuments இதெல்லாம் என்ன கொடுக்கும், இதெல்லாம் protection and nourishment கொடுக்கும். Okay, இது வந்து nourishment. Yes, can we continue? All of you? Yes, super. So யாரெல்லாம் இந்த லைவை இன்னும் லைக் பண்ணாம பார்க்குறீங்களோ, please do like. So you have your chelazal end and you have your micropylar end. So you have placenta. This placenta, நம்ம human being la eppadi placenta is attaching the fetus to the mother's uterus. So அதே மாதிரி this placenta attaches your ovule to the ovarian wall. Okay, so you have funicle, it is a stalk like structure. Okay, then you have a micropylar end and a chalical end. Okay, so இத பத்தி embryo sac பத்தி இன்னும் கொஞ்ச நேரத்துல பார்க்கலாம். Then we are going to talk about megasporogenesis or macrosporogenesis. இத நாம என்னன்னு கூட சொல்றோம், we call it as macrosporogenesis also பசங்களா. அப்படினா என்ன மேம்? Very simple. It is a development of embryo sac. Okay, it is a development of what? Embryo sac. So என்ன நடக்கும்? You have a megaspore mother cell. என்னோட micropylar end இருக்கு கரெக்ட்டா? என்னோட micropylar end, the innermost layer is nucellus. Okay, inner to the nucellus I have my megaspore mother cell. அங்க நம்ம படிச்சது microspore mother cell. எதுல? Microsporogenesisல. இங்க நம்ம படிக்கிறது the megaspore mother cell. Okay, this megaspore mother cell will undergo meiosis. ரொம்ப simple. Okay, it undergoes meiosis to form megaspore tetrad. All of you know by the end of meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 you will have 4 cells that is produced. Okay, இதை ஏன் நான் tetrad ன்னு சொல்றேனா, ஏன்னா அதுல 4 செல் இருக்கு. ஓகே, இந்த 4 செல்லுமே embryo sac டெவலப் ஆகுமா? கிடையாது. ஓகே, the 3 cells here degenerate. இந்த இதுல ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு 3 செல் வந்து degenerate ஆயிரும். ஓகே, they undergo dissolution. Only one cell, ஒரே ஒரு செல் மட்டும் தான் சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா embryo sac டெவலப் ஆகும். Okay, very important. Out of these 4 cells, 3 cells degenerate and 1 cell develop into embryo sac. Am I clear till here? எல்லாருக்கும் இது வரைக்கும் புரிஞ்சதா? If you have understood, please do give me red hearts in the chat section. Okay, yes, 3 of them will degenerate. Absolutely correct. Only 1 will now go into the next phase. Okay, and the next phase la என்ன ஆகன்றது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். Okay, yes. So what is happening பசங்களா? So this one megaspore is functional. Okay, so இதெல்லாம் நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? Megaspore tetrad ன்னு சொல்றோம். இந்த 4ல ஒன்னு மட்டும் தான் functional. Only the functional megaspore develops into the female gametophyte, that is your embryo sac. ரொம்ப முக்கியம். Okay, thank you for acknowledging. Yes, இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா, என்னதான் நடக்குது, எப்படி தான் இந்த embryo sac டெவலப் ஆகுதுன்னா, it undergoes mitosis. Okay, so என்ன நடக்குது பசங்களா? Mitosis நடக்குது. Okay, so you know this. I have a question. இந்த megaspore tetrad இருக்குல்ல, இது haploid ஆ diploid ஆ? இதில் இருக்க ஒரு செல்லுமே ஹாப்ளாய்டா டிப்ளாய்டா? மியாசிஸ் நடந்திருக்கு, நான் ஆப்ஷனும் சொல்லிட்டேன், ரொம்ப ஈஸியான கெஸ்ஸும் கொடுத்துட்டேன். இதில் இருக்க ஒரு செல்லும் ஹாப்ளாய்டா டிப்ளாய்டா? இட் இஸ் ஹாப்ளாய்ட். Okay, I think all of you know, after you have your meiosis, there is a reduction division and you have haploid cells that are there. Now these haploid cells undergo mitosis. எப்படிப்பட்ட mitosis na பசங்களா? They undergo only nuclear division. இங்க பாருங்க, வெறும் nucleus மட்டும் தான் டிவைட் ஆயிட்டே போகுது. This language ma'am, I can understand or cannot understand. Okay, this is Tamil. Okay, yeah, so you have 2 cell stage, you have 4 cell stage, 8 cell stage. Okay, then you also have after 8 cell stage. Okay, first enna agudhu, you have only nuclear division. Okay, there is only nuclear division, there is no cytoplasmic division or no cytokinesis. Okay, cytokinesis நடக்கல, வெறும் mitotic division, nuclear division மட்டும்தான் நடக்குது. அப்படின்னா என்ன? You can see one cell containing multiple nucleus. So அதை நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம்? We call it as syncytium. Okay, so syncytium, one cell having multiple nucleus is called syncytium. Okay, now this will now get converted. இப்போ என்ன ஆகுது? This will undergo cytokinesis. Okay, இதுதான் ஹைலைட்டே. okay ரொம்ப important. So 2 cell, 4 cell, 8 cell. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் there is cell wall formation. Okay. So what is happening after cell wall formation? Totally you will have how many cell? 7 cell that is produced. Okay. எப்படி நடக்குதுன்னா, you know this is your chelazal end and this is your micropylar end. And all these names are very very important. Okay. In the micropylar endல முதல்ல நான் பார்க்கிறது filiform apparatus. Can anyone watching the live tell me what is this filiform apparatus? Filiform apparatus na enna? It is a filiform na enna or mari different ana shape la irukradha filiform. Okay, it is going to guide my pollen. Okay, ennoda pollen tube varavilla, so it is going to guide my pollen. Okay, guide the pollen. Okay, and the filiform apparatus kitta rendu synergids varum. Enna varum? It will have 2 synergids. Okay, so you have 2 synergids. Yes, correct, it is haploid. Yes, so synergids kaanaprom inga vandu oru egg cell varum. Okay, this is very very important, egg cell. And then you have a central cell, ஒரு பெரிய செல், அதனால தான் அதை சென்ட்ரல் செல்லுன்னு சொல்கிறோம். அந்த சென்ட்ரல் செல்லில் எத்தனை நியூக்ளியா இருக்குது? 2 நியூக்ளியா இருக்குது. அதே மாதிரி உங்கள் செலசல் எண்டில் 3 ஆன்டிபோடல்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஸோ மொத்தத்துக்கு ஆன்டிபோடல்ஸ் எத்தனை பசங்களா? ஆன்டிபோடல்ஸ் ஆர் 3. Okay, central cell is 1, egg cell is 1, synergids is 2. So totally how many cell? 3 plus 2, 5, 6, 7 cell. Okay, ரொம்ப important, 7 cell. இப்போ எத்தனை nucleus ன்னு count பண்ணுவோமா? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it is 7 cell, 8 nucleate stage. ரொம்ப important. Okay, don't forget, all of you put it in the chat section. Embryo sac is 7 cell, 8 nucleate stage. Okay, please do understand this. நிறைய questions கேட்டிருக்காங்க, இந்த வருஷம் கூட கேட்டிருந்தாங்க இதை பேஸ் பண்ணி. Okay, am I clear? Am I clear till here? Please do respond. 7 cell, 8 nucleate stage. Very good, very good. ஒரு question கேட்குறேன். இங்க இருக்க 7 செல்ல which cell is diploid? Which cell is diploid? Let me see how many of you will answer this. இங்க இருக்க 7 செல்ல எந்த செல் வந்து diploid? ஆன்சர் போர்ட்லயே இருக்கு. You just have to observe and write it, that's all. Yes, very good Mariam. It is 7 cell, 8 nucleate stage. I want everyone watching the live, please do like and please do comment. Okay? Yes. நான் என்ன கேட்டிருந்தேன்? You see your central cell. பாருங்க, central cell எத்தனை nucleus இருக்கு? 2, N and N. Yes, so it is 2N. Egg cell after fertilization it will become diploid. I am talking about an unfertilized embryo sac. Mariam, got it? So this my central cell is diploid. இந்த மாதிரி question கேட்பாங்க. Okay, which cell in an unfertilized embryo sac is diploid? It is your central cell. You guys need to understand the subject so well pasangla. Okay, yes, can we continue? All of you give me red hearts, so if we can continue. Yes, so நம்ம female gametophyte monosporic development ன்னு சொல்லுவோம். So monosporic development னா என்ன பசங்களா? Embryo sac formation from a single functional megaspore. Very important from NEET. ஓகே, நான் சொன்னல 4 மெகாஸ்போர் இருக்கு, அதுல 3 வந்து டீஜெனரேட் ஆயிரும். ஒரே ஒரு மெகாஸ்போர் மட்டும் தான் it is going to develop into a embryo sac. So we call it as monosporic development. Okay, then you have polygonum type. The embryo sac developed from the chelazal megaspore. Okay, என்னோட நம்ம chelazal end micropylar end இருக்குல, நம்ம chelazal endல இருக்க megaspore தான் it is going to develop. Its nucleus divides thrice. எத்தனை வாட்டி division ஆகும்? இது கேட்கலாம். This also they can ask. Okay, 2 cell, 4 cell, 8 cell stage. So 3 வாட்டி divide ஆகுது. So it has 7 cell, 8 nucleated stage. Okay, 7 cell, 8 nucleus. Okay, Yeah. So what is this? They undergo successive mitotic division to form this. So in the embryo sac ன்றது ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். Now we have completed the male reproductive part and female reproductive part. இப்போ நம்ம பார்க்க போறது pollination. Can anyone tell me what is pollination? போர்ட்லயே இருக்கு, ரொம்ப ஈஸி, கரெக்டா, ரொம்ப சின்ன வயசுல இருந்தே படிச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். It is a transfer of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma. Okay, so நம்ம antherல இருந்து ஸ்டிக்மாக்கு போறது தான் pollination. So ரெண்டு விதமான pollination இருக்கு, கரெக்டா? Can anyone tell me what are the two types of pollination? Self pollination and cross pollination. Okay, what is self pollination? What is cross pollination? So self pollination is divided into two more types. One is autogamy. Okay, படிச்சிருப்பீங்க உங்க 12th எக்ஸாம்க்கு, கரெக்டா? இன்னொன்று வந்து ஜெட்டனோகாமி. Okay, so what is autogamy? What is ஜெட்டனோகாமி? cross pollination-ல ஒரே ஒரு டைப் இருக்கு. cross pollination நம்ம xenogamy கூட சொல்லுவோம். Okay, so autogamy is nothing but, listen to me very carefully. ஒரு flower இருக்கு, okay? It is the transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of the same flower. Okay, ஒரே flower. Bisexual flowers இருக்குல்ல, bisexual flowers na enna? It has both anther and it has both stigma or your pistil. Okay, so the transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of the same flower, auto, self, that is what we call it as autogamy. I have pictures, I'll show you. Jetaenogamy na, it is a transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of a different flower but the same plant. ஒரே plantல இருக்க ரெண்டு flower மத்திய pollination நடந்ததுனா அத வந்து jetaenogamy ன்னு சொல்றோம். Okay, next, what is cross pollination? It is a transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of a different flower of a different plant. Flower வேற, plant வேற, ஆனா same species. Okay, mango flower போய் என்னோட mangoட pollen போய் பப்பாயாவோட flower pollinate பண்ண முடியாது. That is very important. That species is very important. Okay, இந்த self pollination நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? Inbreeding ன்னு சொல்றோம். Okay, cross pollination என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? Outbreeding ன்னு சொல்றோம். Very important பசங்களா. Okay, did everyone understand, get a brief idea of what is self pollination and cross pollination? Any doubts in this, please do let me know. Okay, autogamy, jetaenogamy and xenogamy. Okay, புரிஞ்சதா? எல்லாருக்குமே புரிஞ்சதா? Yes, there is a very nice picture which is given. Okay, auto na enna? இது வந்து ஒரே flower. Okay, this is the same flower. Okay, you can see the transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma. So that is a self pollination, auto. Okay, then you have your jetaenogamy. இது வந்து ஒரே plant. இந்த ஒரே plantல என்ன நடக்குது? Transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of a different plant, or sorry, of a different flower belonging to the same plant. ஒரே plantல ரெண்டு flowerல நடக்கிறது தான் உங்களோட jetaenogamy. Xenogamy na என்ன? It is a transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of a different flower of a different plant. Okay, that's it. இதுல ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். Okay, this jetaenogamy is it technically, it might be cross pollination, correct? Ana genetically it is very much a self pollination. Okay, ஏனா ஒரே flowerல genome ஒரே மாதிரி தான இருக்கும், there will be no variation. Okay, so jetaenogamy results in no variation. Okay, for that matter even your autogamy results in no variation, ஒரே மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். Okay, these both are called inbreeding. ஆனா உங்க xenogamyல, okay, there are a lot of variation. There is a lot of scope for variation. Okay, so இதை நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? Outbreeding ன்னு சொல்றோம். Did everyone understand what is genogamy, autogamy and jetaenogamy? புரிஞ்சதா? There is one statement that is given in your NCERT. Geitonogamy is very much similar to your autogamy because it's going to produce genetically similar plants. Okay, genetically அது வந்து ஒரு self pollination தான். ஆனா evolutionary wise பாத்தீங்கன்னா okay ஒரு evolution நடக்கிற விதத்துல பாத்தீங்கன்னா it has led to xenogamy. So geitonogamy has led to xenogamy. Okay, yes, we shall continue now. ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். இப்போ ரெண்டு விதமான flowers இருக்கு பசங்களா. One is chasmogamous and clistogamous. Okay, so chasmogamous, clistogamous. Does anyone know what is this clistogamous and chasmogamous? In the clistogamous la enna paakreenga the bud is always closed and the bud open e agadu. Okay, so it remains closed. So remains closed na enna nadakum pasangla? Tell me, if the bud is remaining closed, will your self pollination occur or cross pollination occur? 100%, correct? So 100% they will undergo autogamy. Okay, it is a mechanism that the plants have developed. Yes, very good, very good. It is a mechanism that the plants have developed in order to undergo only self pollination. Okay, அதே உங்க chasmogamous na என்ன பாக்குறீங்க, they are open. Okay, இங்க வந்து ரெண்டு விதமான pollination நடக்கலாம், self நடக்கலாம், cross நடக்கலாம். They are very much open to any kind of pollination, but this your clistogamous, they are very introvert. Okay, they remain closed, they want only self pollination. Okay, ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம் NEET exam க்கு clistogamous and chasmogamous. Okay, so இது வந்து ஒரே பிளான்ட்ல, இதுதான் ஹைலைட்டே, ஒரே பிளான்ட்ல வந்து chasmogamous flower இருக்கும், clistogamous flowers இருக்கும். Okay, example is your you have certain examples, viola, oxalis and commelina. Very very important. Idha unga viola, oxalis and commelina, they have both chasmogamous and clistogamous flowers. Am I clear pasangla? Ellarku idu purinjada? So chasmogamous na enna? The flowers which are similar to flowers of other species. They have exposed anthers and stigma. Clistogamous flowers, they do not open at all. Avanga eppome moodiye irupanga. Eppadi naam vechikalam? Introvert na enna? People who don't mingle with others. You can remember this as an introvert. Okay, whereas your chasmogamous is very much receptive. It will undergo autogamy or it will undergo xenogamy. Anything it can undergo. So that's very very important. So example for chasmogamous and clistogamous romba mukkiyam. Pictures kuduthirken easy ah naabagam vechikalam. Viola, oxalis, commelina. Na appuram kepen. I will definitely ask this. Okay, yes, yeah. Opening of flowers only after completion of pollination is known as chasmogamy. Idhili or highlight vechirukanga. Pollination aanapram da they are going to remove, they are going to open. Okay, this promotes self pollination, correct? So in the chasmogamy la enna nadakum? First bud stage la irukum. Okay, and the bud stage liye it is going to undergo your pollination. Pollination aanapram da the bud open agum. See how smart they are. Okay, so this is going to promote self pollination. Okay, and is found in crops like wheat, barley, rice and oats. Okay, our chasmogamous flower have exposed anthers and stigma similar to the flowers of other species. Okay, that is very 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 important. Okay, next you have clistogamy. In already sonna mari, it is a automatic self pollination of certain plants that propagate by using non opening of self pollinating flower. And the flower open e agadu. It is known in pea, peanuts. Angala nama vandu indha mari clistogamy paakalam. So ellarku clistogamy, chasmogamy na purinjirukonu nambren. Ipo nama pollinating agents kulla poporom. Pollinating agents na enna pasangala? The agents which bring about pollination. Okay, something that is helping in pollination. In the pollination வந்து தானா நடக்குமா? நடக்காது. It's highly impossible. கரெக்ட்டா? அதுக்கு ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு help தேவை. அந்த help பேர் தான் agents of pollination. So we call it as abiotic factor and biotic. Abiotic na enna? Abiotic is nothing but non-living. So abiotic na enna? Non-living. Okay, then you have biotic. Biotic means what pasangla? It is living. Okay, so in abiotic you guys will be studying two, wind and water. Okay, can anyone tell me what is wind pollination called and what is water pollination called? Wind pollination என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம், water pollination என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம். Biotic na pasangla, you have living organism that is acting as a pollinating agent. Okay, you have birds, you have insects, you have reptiles and you have mammals. Okay, so they are all helping in pollination. இப்போ ஒன்னொன்னா பார்க்கலாம். So இத பார்க்கிறதுக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம் என்னன்னா, you need to understand the modification. எப்படி ஒரு பிளான்ட்டும் அதுக்கான pollinating agents தகுந்த மாதிரி modify ஆயிருக்கு, how they have evolved, how they have adjusted is what is very very important from exam point of view. Very good. Ma'am, drink some water. Yes, I'll drink. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so anemophily, pollination through wind. Hydrophily, pollination through water. Entomophily, it is pollination through insects like moth. Ornithophily, pollination by birds. And 𝒑𝒓𝒊𝒐𝒓𝒊𝒕𝒚, it's pollination by bats. Okay, this is not there in your NCERT. The other 4 things you can note down. I'll just drink some water. Yes, entomophilia, illiye, entomophily is not pollination by water, it is hydrophily. Okay, yeah, we shall continue now. இதுதான் பசங்களா ரொம்ப ரொம்ப important. This is your NCERT picture and this is your NCERT lines. Okay, pollination by wind is more common amongst your abiotic pollinators. So compared to wind and water, wind pollination is very common. That is what they are trying to tell. The pollen grain should be light and non-sticky. Very very important word. I will explain. Please wait. Next is water. I'll explain. Okay. எதுக்கு வந்து உங்க pollen grain light ஆ இருக்கணும்? ரொம்ப easy. ஏன்னா because they should be carried by the wind. Okay. Then why should they be non-sticky? Why should they be non-sticky பசங்களா? ஏன் வந்து அது non-sticky ஆ இருக்கணும்? If they are sticky, do you think they will be able to be carried by wind? No. Okay, this line is very important from NEET. Okay, இது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான line. Okay, next you have wind pollinated flowers possess well exposed stamens. You can see how the stamens are. Okay, and feathery stigma. Every line here is a possible question. Okay. Yes, it can be travel to more distance. Very good. If it is light, it can travel to more distance. If it is non-sticky, adu poi engum stick agadu. Okay, so these two lines is very very important pasangla. Moonu vishayam. Okay, pollen vandu light, non-sticky. Enoda stamen vandu well exposed. Enoda stigma vandu feathery. Indha moonu vishayam romba romba mukkiyam. Okay, can we continue now? Wind pollinated flowers often have a single ovule in each ovary. Okay, a familiar example, corn cob, sweet corn, and the corn alla saapringala, they are very good example for wind pollinated. Okay, it's very common in grasses. Grasses na enna pasangla? Monocots. Okay, examples are very very important. Can we continue? So ellarku wind pollination purinjada? Wind pollination na nama enna solrom? Anemophily nu solrom. Okay, yes, I will give you a statement. Let me see how many of you will tell it. Correcta tappan solunga. Pollen grains produced by wind pollinated flowers are light and sticky. Is it true or is it false? I repeat, pollen grains produced by wind pollinated flowers are light and sticky. Okay, others? Was I correct? Very good, very good. நான் என்ன தப்பா சொன்னேன்? Yes, very good, Mariam, Saswin, ORBS, very good. I told you it is sticky. They are non-sticky. Okay? Yes, very good, very good. Yes, super, super. Yeah, you guys are learning very well. இப்போ next நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா hydrophily. Spelling wrong அது. Okay? Hydrophily. There is hypohydrophily and epihydrophily. There are two kinds of hydrophily. Okay, so pollination by water is called hydrophily. அது வந்து hypohydrophily ன்னு சொல்றோம். அப்புறம் epihydrophily ன்னு சொல்றோம். Okay, hypohydrophily னா என்ன பசங்களா? Pollination that takes place with the help of water below the surface of water. என்னோட தண்ணிக்குள்ள நடக்குது. surface னா மேல, கரெக்ட்டா மிதக்கிற தண்ணில. அது உள்ள நடக்கிறது தான் hypo. Okay, hypo is inside water. Inside the surface of water, to be very honest. இங்க என்ன பாக்குறீங்க? Someone had asked me how does pollination takes place in water. இங்க என்ன பாக்குறீங்க? This is your male flower. Okay, this is going to produce what பசங்களா? It is going to produce your pollen grain. Okay, now this pollen grain will travel to the surface of the water where it gets fertilized. So in the water currents is going to carry your pollen grain. Okay, so example in a zoostera. Okay, epihydrophily na enna? Pollination takes place on the surface of water. Okay, example in a vallisneria. Okay, புரிஞ்சுதா பசங்களா? Water pollination is called hydrophily. You have hypohydrophily inside the surface of water, epihydrophily that is on the surface of water. Okay, so this is very very important. Next we are coming to the most interesting, most easiest one, that is pollination by insects. நீங்க சொல்லுங்க எல்லாரும். Tell me Saswin, what do you want? Okay, so what is I talking? Pollination by insects. நீங்களே சொல்லுங்க, ஒரு insect pollinated bird flower க்கு என்னெல்லாம் characters இருக்கணும்? What all are the characters that needs to be present in an insect pollinated flower? Very simple, every answer is on the board. They should be like brightly colored, அவங்க petals வந்து ரொம்ப பிரைட்டா இருக்கணும், கரெக்ட்டா? They should produce nectar, okay, and they should have a kind of smell that is going to attract your insects. Okay, that is very very important. அததான் நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். Okay, bees, butterfly, flies, beetle, wasp, ant and moth, they are the common pollinating agent. Okay, so insect pollinated flowers are large. So I told you know how each flower depending on the pollinating agent has evolved. On the plant avlo evolve ஆகுது பசங்களா. So imagine how you guys should evolve according to the surrounding changing challenging environment. Okay, yes, colorful, fragrant and rich in nectar. இந்த nectar என்றது என்னது? It is a product. Okay, அது ஒரு gift. யாருக்கு? என்னோட இன்செக்ட்டுக்கு என்னோட flower கொடுக்கிற gift. Okay, for doing pollination. Okay, not clear? What is not clear? Can you tell me? Law of inheritance. Tomorrow I can do it. Okay, now I cannot, in between I cannot do it. நாளைக்கு கண்டிப்பா we will do Mendelism. Okay, if many of them are okay with it. Yeah, புரிஞ்சதா? Is it clear பசங்களா? Any doubts? Please do let me know. The insect pollinated flowers are large, colorful, fragrant and rich in nectar. So that is called entomophily. இதே ஒரு match the following question வரலாம். Okay, now we are moving on to outbreeding device. Outbreeding na enna? Just few minutes back I told you pollination. What you didn't understand, can you tell me so I can repeat? See, pollination is the transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma, and the agents which bring about pollination are called pollinating agents. Okay, you have water pollination, wind pollination, and you also have your biotic pollinating agents. Okay, இப்போ நம்ம outbreeding devices பத்தி பார்க்கலாம். Okay, நான் என்ன கேட்டேன்? What is outbreeding? What do you understand by outbreeding? Outbreeding na ரொம்ப ரொம்ப சிம்பிளான விஷயம், cross pollination. Okay, inbreeding na ரொம்ப க்ளோஸ் ஆன ஒரே பிளான்ட்ல மாத்தி 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 பாலினேஷன் ஆயிட்டே இருந்தா the plant will lose its vigor, the plant will not have any new characters. ஓகே, ஸோ இது வந்து நம்ம டிவைஸ் பண்ணது கிடையாது, அந்த பிளான்ட்லேயே இருக்கு சில அவுட் ப்ரீடிங் டிவைசஸ் which will ensure cross pollination. Okay, which will ensure cross pollination. So என்னென்ன நடக்குது? first dichogamy நடக்குது. So what is this dichogamy na? See, imagine this is my stigma, okay, and this is my anther. Okay, both my anther and my stigma will become receptive at the same time. என்னோட anther ஒரே நேரத்துல pollen grain இது பண்ணும், okay, and my stigma will also become receptive. இதுதான் நார்மலா நடக்கிறது செல்ஃப் பாலினேஷன்ல, கரெக்டா? ஆனா இந்த விஷயத்துல உங்க கிராஸ் பாலினேஷன் நடக்கும்போது the anther releases pollen at one case and your stigma becomes receptive at another time. There is no synchronization. Okay, அததான் நம்ம டைகோகேமி சொல்றோம். So what is the first outbreeding device? Dico. இந்த பேர் ஞாபகம் இல்லாட்டியும் you can just remember it as avoiding synchronization. Okay, synchronization. Avoiding synchronization in what, pasangla? It is avoiding synchronization in the release of anther and the stigma become receptive. So these both will not happen during the same time. So did everyone understand this? What is this concept? Next you have heterostylal. Okay, first வந்து avoiding synchronization, next வந்து heterostylal. So what is heterostylal? In this anther and stigma usually they will be placed very close to each other, correct? Self pollination நடக்கணும்னா அதே உங்க heterostylal they will be placed at different positions. Okay, the anther and stigma do not lie close to each other. That is what we call it as heterostylal. Am I clear? Any doubts here? இன்னொரு ஒரே ஒரு outbreeding device இருக்கு, that is hercogamy. Okay, what is hercogamy? Male and female flowers are present on different plants. Okay, so இது வந்து என்னோட autogamy-யும் prevent பண்ணும், என்னோட geitonogamy-யும் prevent பண்ணும். I will have a plant which will produce only male flower. Okay, and I will have another plant which will produce only female flowers. Okay, we call such flowers as unisexual plant. Okay, unisexual plant in solo. Yes, am I clear? These are the three important outbreeding device. Okay, then you also have self incompatibility. It's ரொம்ப interesting. When the pollen by mistake falls on the stigma, okay, even by mistake if it falls on the stigma is not receptive to that pollen, so there will be no fertilization, there will be no pollen tube development. Okay, அதுதான் நம்ம self incompatible ன்னு சொல்றோம். அடுத்தது unisexual னா ரொம்ப ஈஸி. ஒரு plant வந்து வெறும் male flowers produce பண்ணும், இன்னொரு plant வந்து வெறும் female flowers produce பண்ணும். That is going to prevent autogamy, but it is not going to prevent geitonogamy. Okay, then you have hercogamy. Okay, here the male flowers and female flowers are present on different plants. Okay, am I clear? Did everyone understand? இது வந்து ஒரே plantல male flower இருக்கு, female flower இருக்கு. இது வந்து ரெண்டு different plantsல இருக்கு. Okay, can we continue பசங்களா? One second. Yeah. Next you have pollen pistil interaction. Okay, so what is this pollen? Pollen is now going to interact with your stigma. My stigma is now going to become receptive to my pollen and it is going to help in your pollen tube formation. So இப்போ வந்து first என்ன படிச்சோம்? Microsporogenesis, megasporogenesis. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன படிச்சோம்? We spoke about pollination. Then we spoke about agents of pollination. Now we are going to discuss about pollen pistil interaction. Okay, so after pollination, the pollen grain germinate on the stigma. They absorb moisture and sugar from the stigma and swell up. Okay, so what is actually happening here is this one, pasangla. Okay, it's very very important here. You can see you have the generation, you have a pollen tube development. So if this is your stigma, okay, this is your pollen grain, there will be a pollen tube that is developed. Okay, and the pollen will be shed. You can see the male gametes. Okay, the generative cell will undergo mitosis to produce 2 male gametes. This is what we call it as pollen germination. Does anyone have any doubt here? Pollen germination, the pollen grain will land on the stigma. It is going to produce a pollen tube. Okay, through this pollen tube, the male gametes will actually reach your ovary, which has your ovule. Okay, so இதுதான் அடுத்தது நடக்க போகுது. யாருக்காவது ஏதாச்சும் டவுட் இருக்கா? Does anyone have any doubts still here? Please do tell me. Yes or no? Yeah. The pollen tube can enter the embryo sac through egg apparatus. So எங்க வந்து இந்த micropylar end, இது வந்து நம்மளோட micropylar end. So இந்த micropylar end மூலியமா தான் என்னோட pollen tube வந்து உள்ள வர முடியும். Okay, so as I already told you, my filiform apparatus is going to guide. Okay, என்னோட filiform apparatus என்ன பண்ண போகுது? It is going to guide my pollen tube. என்னோட pollen tubeல எத்தனை cell இருக்கு? Can anyone tell me how many cells are present inside the pollen tube? At least one of you in the class? At least one of you in the class, can you tell me? Pollen tube la, okay, how many cells are there? I have 2 male gametes. So, 2 male gamete irukku that is going to enter via my filiform apparatus, then it is going to enter my synergid, then it is going to enter my egg cell. Okay, so after entrance inside the ovule, it grows towards the egg apparatus due to synergids. Okay, why are no one responding? Please do respond. Yes or no? Can we continue? Okay, இப்போ நம்ம வந்து artificial hybridization பத்தி பார்க்கலாம். அதுக்கு முன்னாடி I think we will do double fertilization and then come back here. Yes, we will do double fertilization. Okay, so you had 2 male gametes, correct? So you have 2 male gametes. So out of these 2 male gamete, 1 male gamete, okay, will fuse with the egg cell. All of you listen to me very, very carefully. It is going to fuse with the egg cell to form your zygote. Okay, and another male gamete, innor male gamete irukla, okay, another male gamete will fuse with my central cell. Edukulla fuse ago? It will fuse with my central cell to form my primary endosperm nucleus. Okay, so it is going to form primary endosperm cell. Primary endosperm cell. Okay, so you have, this is 1 male gamete, this is 1 male gamete. So both of them are haploid. So it is going to form zygote. Okay, adhe mari the central cell is 2n. It is going to form a triploid. So this 2 times fertilization is called as double fertilization. Okay, so ellarku purinjada? Please do respond. Double fertilization na enna purinjada? Any doubts here? இப்போ வந்து நம்ம outbreeding devices பார்க்கலாம். Okay, artificial hybridization. So நம்ம பண்றது தான். You guys remember Mendel conducted hybridization experiment. So அவர் என்ன பண்ணாரு? He did only 2 steps. One is emasculation, another one is bagging. Okay, so it is a process in which only desired pollen grain are used for pollination and fertilization. Okay, this is achieved by emasculation and bagging. So we do emasculation and bagging here, pasangla. So what is emasculation? It is the removal of your anthers from the female flower. Okay, so in our anther when I remove it, that's what we call it as emasculation. You get the female flower, and now the emasculated flower is enclosed in a bag made up of butter paper or plastic. So once I remove the anther, I will basically do it, I'll cover it with a plastic bag. Okay, then I will collect the pollen grain from my desired male plant and dust it. Okay, that will result in pollination, and then there will be fertilization that will be taking place. So this artificial hybridization is a very, very important question. Okay, double fertilization already படிச்சாச்சு. இப்போ post fertilization, fertilization ஆனப்புறம் என்னெல்லாம் நடக்கும்? There are 4 important events: endosperm formation, embryo formation, seed formation and fruit formation. We will be discussing each one of them in detail. So first என்ன ஆகும்? என்னோட zygote develop ஆகும், என்னோட fertilized egg லந்து zygote develop ஆகும். Okay, and you have my central cell. The central cell will develop into endosperm, and there are 2 kinds of seeds, and how is the fruit developed we will quickly discuss. ரொம்ப முக்கியம். Post fertilization, pre-fertilization, fertilization and post fertilization changes. So in post fertilization change, you have my calyx, corolla, style, stigma and androecium will wither. Wither na enna, they will fall off. Okay, the ovary will develop into fruit. Okay, the ovary wall will develop into pericarp. The ovule will develop into seed. Okay, and the integuments will develop into seed coat. Okay, and the inner integuments will become your tegmen. Unga seed coat la rendu irukku, outer testa and inner tegmen. Okay, the micropyle will remain micropyle, and the funicle will become the stalk of the seed. Okay, and the egg cell will become zygote, and the synergid will disintegrate and disappear. They will simply disappear there. Okay, endosperm development. So endosperm development precedes embryo development. என்னோட embryo develop ஆவறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே என்னோட endosperm develop ஆகும். So I told you there is a central cell. There is a central cell which is already diploid. Okay, and one of my male gamete fuses, and that is going to become my primary endosperm cell, which is triploid in nature, and this primary endosperm cell, which is triploid in nature, undergoes rapid mitosis. Okay, and it is going to give a free nuclei. Okay, endosperm may either be completely consumed by the developing embryo, or it may persist in the mature seed and be used up to the seed germination. So in the endosperm oda function enna, it is going to provide nourishment to the developing embryo. Okay, so it is filled with reserve food material. So sila plants la, sila seeds la, and the endosperm full ave use up aayrum. Sila plant la, the endosperm will not be used up. Okay, am I clear? Can we continue? Hi Kirtiraj, hi. Yes, so this is what I was discussing. Okay, this is again your NCERT picture. The cells of this tissue are fitted with reserve food material and used for the nutrition of the developing embryo. The primary endosperm nucleus undergoes successive nuclear division to give free nuclei. Free nuclei na enna? They will undergo only nuclear division. They will not undergo any cytoplasmic division. Okay, so you have this coconut. Unga coconut water irukka? So you have coconut, and the water irukka, appo the white kernel irukku. Okay, so you have 2 types of new endosperm: free nuclear endosperm and cellular endosperm. This is again important. The water, the coconut water is an example for free nuclear endosperm. Okay, so you can see the tender coconut that you are familiar with has thousands. That is why it is very, very rich in electrolytes. Okay, so the coconut water is an example for free nuclear endosperm. Adhe unga cellular endosperm example vandu your kernel. Kernel na enna? That white part, that is your kernel. Okay, am I clear till here? What is free nuclear endosperm and cellular endosperm? So ellarum nabagam vechukonga, the endosperm may be completely consumed by the developing embryo before the seed maturation, or it may persist in the mature seed. So example for that is castor and coconut. உங்க castor and coconutல endosperm இன்னும் மிச்சம் இருக்கு. Okay, whereas in pea and groundnut the entire endosperm is consumed during the development of your embryo. Okay, so I think we need to report this person, simply they are causing distraction here. If you are not interested, please leave this place. Okay, fine. There will be some useless people everywhere. Okay. So during germination, split open some castor, peas, beans and groundnut, fruit of coconut, and look for the endosperm in each case. So ஒரே ஒரு விஷயத்துல மட்டும் this endosperm will be persistent. Okay. So they are persistent in wheat, maize and your cereals. Okay. Can we continue? Can we continue pasangla? Just 1 second. Hello. Yeah. So இப்போ அந்த embryo development குள்ள போலாம். இந்த zygote வந்து pro embryo ஆகும். The pro embryo becomes a globular embryo. The globular embryo becomes a heart shaped embryo and it finally becomes a mature embryo. So this is very important. First நாம என்ன பார்த்தோம்? Endosperm development பார்த்தோம். இப்போ நாம என்ன பார்க்கறோம்? Embryo development பார்க்கறோம். Okay, so that embryo is very important because that is what which is going to develop into your seed. Okay, இதுதான் உங்க textbookல கொடுத்திருக்க picture. Okay, you have zygote, you have globular embryo, heart shaped embryo and a mature embryo. Any doubts still here? Yeah. Now we will see this. Enna nadakudhu? How is an embryo developing? Okay, so you can see this is a mature embryo. The mature embryo will have two regions. It will have a plumule and it will have a radicle. The plumule will develop into shoot and the radicle will develop into root. Okay, அதுதான் ரெண்டு முக்கியமான விஷயம். ரெண்டு விதமானது இருக்கு. You have your monocot and dicot embryo, which is very important from exam point of view. So monocot and dicot நம்ம clear-ஆ படிக்கணும். This is your dicot. Dicot ன்னு you can remember groundnut. Correct? So அந்த groundnut நீங்க open பண்ணீங்கன்னா you can see a small embryo here. Okay, and what is remaining there? That is your cotyledons. So dicot means how many cotyledons they have? They have 2 cotyledons. Okay, so you have two regions here. One is your epicotyle and hypocotyle. Epicotyle will be above, hypocotyle will be below. So idhula rendu region irukku, one vandu plumule, innonu vandu radicle. So this plumule is going to develop into shoot. Rombo important. The radicle will develop into root, and these are the 2 cotyledons where there is a reserve food material that is present. Okay, rombo important. Am I clear? Did everyone understand what is this dicot embryo? Okay, next we will move on to monocot. So monocot la vandu nariya vishayanga irukku. Okay, so the cotyledon of your monocot embryo is called scutellum. Idhe or question ah kekalam. Okay, the cotyledon ore or cotyledon da irukum of your monocot embryo is called as what? Scutellum. So simple ah kekalam, where is scutellum present? Scutellum is present in your monocots. Okay, best example unga corn, sweet corn, your rice, they are all examples for your monocot embryo. Inga innor interesting ana vishayam enna, the shoot apex is covered by a cell called coleoptile. ஒரு bundle of cell இருக்கும், அது பேர் coleoptile. அதே மாதிரி உங்க root is covered by coleorhiza. The shoot apex or your plumule is covered by coleoptile and the root apex is covered by your coleorhiza. Okay, in the coleoptile, coleorhiza unga dicotல இருக்கா? கிடையாது. They can ask you a question like that. Okay, am I clear till here? And இன்னொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம், you say for example you take your maize. Okay, so உங்க maize seed எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா, if you take your maize seed, okay, what you see here, the white region, correct? And the white region is your embryo and the surrounding yellow region is your endosperm. Okay, and you also have a seed coat that is going to protect my seed. Okay, ஒரே ஒரு cotyledon இருக்கும், ஒரே ஒரு development ஆகும். Yes, so that's about your monocot and dicot embryo. இப்போ நம்ம seeds பத்தி பார்க்கலாம். Okay, the ovule is going to develop into seed, remember. Okay, the fertilized ovule is now going to develop into seed. ரெண்டு விதமான seed இருக்கு, albuminous and non-albuminous. Albuminous-ல endosperm இருக்கும், கொஞ்சமாவது endosperm இருக்கும். Okay, like your wheat, maize, barley, castor. Again, very very important from exam point of view. Non-albuminous seed na, they do not have endosperm. All the endosperm is utilized during the development of embryo. So அதனால அவங்க இதுல they do not have an endosperm. Example, pea and groundnut. Simple ஆ கேட்கலாம். Pea and groundnut is an example of albuminous, non-albuminous. It is an example for non-albuminous. Okay, they have given pictures of different here, different kinds of seeds here. Okay, here you can see this is your maize. Okay, you can see a coleoptile, you can see plumule, you can see radicle, and you can see coleorhiza. Okay, so that's very very important. இப்போ seed பத்தி உங்க textbookல கொடுத்திருக்க ஒரு image. Okay, so you have non-albuminous or ex-albuminous. நிறைய வாட்டி சொல்றேன் because this has repeated many times in your exam. They consume all the endosperm during the embryo development. Albuminous na, they retain some part of your endosperm. Example, wheat, maize, barley and castor. இன்னொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம் 2023ல கேட்டிருந்தாங்க இந்த question regarding perisperm. Okay, சில seedsல like black pepper, beet, the remnants of nucellus. What is this nucellus? You have your embryo sac, correct? And the embryo sac surround பண்ற ஒரு structure தான் nucellus, correct? This nucellus is also persistent. Persistent na, அது இன்னும் இருக்கு. So அது வந்து நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்னா perisperm ன்னு சொல்றோம். Okay, so the residual persistent nucellus is called perisperm. This question was asked in 2023 NEET. Okay, example for perisperm is your black pepper and beet. Okay, இது ரெண்டு தான் முக்கியமான example. Albuminous, non-albuminous and your perisperm. And that's why I included this entire slide. Okay, இப்போ fruits. So fruits develop from ovary. இங்க பாருங்க, ovules develop into seed. Okay, and ovary develops into fruit. Okay, fruit na enna pasangla, it is something that is going to protect my seed. Okay, enna irukku, it is the fruit is called as pericarp. In the pericarp la மூணு layer irukku. It has an outer exocarp, the middle mesocarp and the inner endocarp. இப்போ mango எடுத்துக்கோங்க. Okay, உள்ள இருக்க ஒரு seed, அதுதான் இந்த seed. Okay, and that seed is covered by some fibrous structure and that is called as your endocarp. Okay, now the endocarp is surrounded by a fleshy, the one which you all eat, that is your mesocarp. And the தோல் இருக்குல்ல, that is your exocarp. Okay, these are the three important, yes, perisperm, very good. These are the three important parts of your ovary. Okay, that is going to develop into your fruit. நம்ம fruit ஐயே என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? pericarp ன்னு சொல்றோம். Okay, the pericarp has three important regions, the endocarp, exocarp and mesocarp. Okay, உங்க seedல என்னென்ன இருக்கு? outermost என்ன? endosperm. Okay, outermost seed coat. இப்போ seed இருக்குன்னா seedல வந்து ஒரு seed coat இருக்கும், அதுக்குள்ள endosperm இருக்கும், அதுக்குள்ள embryo இருக்கும். The embryo is very well protected inside. Okay, that's very 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 important. இது வந்து true fruits. False fruit, இந்த question நிறைய வாட்டி கேட்டிருக்காங்க, இந்த வருஷமும் இது கேட்டிருந்தாங்க. So in fruits such as apple, strawberry, cashew, the thalamus also contributes to fruit formation. Usually யார் வந்து fruits form பண்றா? Ovary. ஆனா இந்த கேஸ்ல thalamus is also participating in fruit formation. Can anyone tell me what is thalamus? It is the basal part of the ovary. இதான் ஒரு thalamus, ஒரு stage மாதிரி on which my ovary is present. Okay, when this thalamus is contributing to fruit formation, okay, that is what we call it as false fruit. Okay, so inga parunga, idu vandu unga mesocarp, idu vandu unga endocarp, idu seed, and you can see thalamus, the white portion that you consume in your apple, that is thalamus. Okay, so ellarku purinjada, the basal part of ovary is called thalamus. Very good. Okay, false fruit romba romba mukkiyam, examples romba mukkiyam, apple, strawberry and cashew. Okay, the next one, parthenocarpic fruits. Okay, parthenogenesis inradhu animals la irukku, development of organism without fertilization. Parthenocarpic na, some fruits develop without fertilization, they will not have seeds. Okay, that is what we call it as parthenocarpic. Example, banana. Okay, yeah. Next, we are coming to the end of the chapter, apomixis. See, parthenocarpy inradhu development of fruit without fertilization. Okay, apomixis inradhu I don't have that thing actually. I don't know why people are disturbing so much. Okay, fine. So apomixis inradhu, it is a mechanism to produce seeds without fertilization. Okay, I am not able to see the message. I am not able to see. Yes, we will do something. Wait. Okay, so that is called as apomixis. Apomixis is a form of asexual reproduction that mimics sexual reproduction. Example when the Asteraceae and grasses. Okay, romba mukkiyam, it is the production of seeds without fertilization. Okay, parthenocarpy is the production of fruits without fertilization. Okay, let's continue. The last one is polyembryony. It is occurrence of more than one embryo in a seed is referred to as polyembryony. It is seen in citrus and mango varieties. Okay, so ஒரே ஒரு fruitல வந்து multiple seeds இருக்குல்ல, அதை தான் நம்ம வந்து polyembryony ன்னு சொல்றோம். உங்க lemon ஆகட்டும், orange ஆகட்டும், மூசம்பி ஆகட்டும், you can see multiple seeds inside. அதை தான் நம்ம polyembryony ன்னு சொல்றோம். So you guys should not get confused between parthenocarpy, apomixis and polyembryony. Okay, any doubts here? Any doubts? By this we complete the entire chapter, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Okay, yes. Okay, fine. Yeah, so idoda MCQs I will include it in tomorrow's quiz. Okay, so நாளைக்கு quizல வந்து நான் இதோட MCQs வந்து கண்டிப்பா include பண்றேன், and please tell your friends who are preparing very seriously for NEET to attend tomorrow's quiz, so you will know where is your level of preparation. Okay, we will shortly let you know the live time. Thank you so much. Okay, let's spread positivity. Okay, adha romba mukkiyam. YouTube is one such medium where you get all kind of distractions. Let's concentrate, let's come and do our job, that's it. Okay, yes, so do like, share and subscribe to this video. Thank you so much.